Alright, hello there, this is Sam Welker, and I am from thinkparticle.com, and I just wanted to say hello, and that I will be making a tutorial today on how to recreate my little cube ocean I made. Let's see if we can't find it. Oh yeah, told you it empty a while ago. There we go, okay. Desktop, actually I think it's under design, yes. Cube ocean, let's mute it, and let's watch it really quick. Let's see if we can't mute it. Okay, there we go. There. So we have this cube ocean, and the motion's not perfect, but it really gets the point across. We've got some nice warm lighting and some really well beveled edges, and the cubes just kind of look good. I mean, they pop up in these uniform or non-uniform fashions. They just it has a really unique, cool look. The one thing I don't think is perfect is that they overlap and collide, and like right there, these two cubes are actually intersecting. But right here too, it looks good enough that I don't pay attention to that, and I don't care about that as much. But anyways, here's the scene. I've got two lights, a camera, and a sky object with this little material I got off cgtextures.com. That cgtextures.com, TurboSquid, and freesound.org are three of my favorite sites for getting really awesome stuff. Definitely check it out. I've got a little cube and a cloner object, and that's all in the geometry. Null object as the parent to just keep things organized. I have a light target, which is kind of at the center. Okay, let's recreate it. Here we go. First, make a plane. I think it was at like 1600 by 1600 and like I want to say 60 and 60. But even if that wasn't what it was at, that's what we'll use. So there we go. We'll use the displacer, put it under the plane, and put it at like 50. Shading. Oh, go back. Intensity, not intensity centered. Shader, let's do a noise shader. I used a wavy turbulence, but we might want to use something else. Let's try 400. First of all, let's go back and see if we can't use intensity centered and make it better. But no, it doesn't. Oh, it doesn't help our case. Okay, let's go back in. 0.4. This at like 900. This is where the real computer animation comes into play. Right, it was like 3000. Computer animation is a lot of tweaking and testing, and more tweaking and more testing. So let's try 150. Ooh, really rough ocean. That's not what I had earlier, but I like it. We're going to use it for this one. Let's crank these numbers up to 80 by 80. Yeah, let's try 120 by 120. It's going to get a little heavier now, but it will work. Actually, that looks a lot more ocean-like. So 300 frames is what I had. Let's go in, grab a camera, and let's put it at 0, 0. Let's say 1200, 90, 90, negative 90. And let's make this 2400, not 24,200. Let's do 1600. That will work. Alright, so not a fan of it right now. It doesn't look like an ocean. Looks a little too complex. So let's go into the shader and drop this down to 3. Let's drop it down to 1 actually. And let's see. Get some of the motion across. Let's see. There's another one. There's Luca. But we'll have to put it like 1000. No. We'll put it at 2400 and change this to 2. Way too much. 4. Okay, way too much. 48 maybe. And 2. As long as the motion's correct. Yeah, we'll go back to wavy turbulence. And let's try 2400. Still too small. Nope, way too big actually. Alright, now let's try moving in the negative x position at, or yeah, and then the one on the z at 50%, see if that helps us out. Okay, let's try 5%. Let's try 0.5%. And let's change this to 1. And 4. And 2400. Try back to 1. Sorry, 1 second. I will figure this out. Doesn't look like an ocean. Looks more liquidy, but not like an ocean. Problem with this one is it does look better, but let's try 12,000 for this one. Put on a scale of 4. And do a 0.2 animation speed. One moment, guys, sorry. Once we get this going, though, then we will map it properly. Yeah, not a fan of that. Let's put a 0 there, 2400 there, and let's put the contrast back at 0, and maybe 6400. Cool. We're not going to get that close, so we'll just use this one. And then we will do a layer filter and do a shader noise. Actually, yeah, we can just right-clicking on a Wacom tablet. I have to get used to that again. Paste the channel. Go in, and change it to wavy turbulence and 2400 and go up and overlay at like 50%. Too much. There we go. Now we've made an ocean, and it looks really crappy, but it gets the point across. So, yay us. Let's see. You know, we're just gonna use that. All that work for nothing. But you know, it works. So we've got our plane. Let's put it back at like 80. And now we're gonna grab a Mograph cloner object and hold shift and grab a cube. Holding shift will place it under the current selected object. Grab those and put them in a null with option or alt G. Ooh, getting tricky on me. And we'll get our scene content containing stuff like our lights. Ooh, there we go. And let's move you out, and let's hop out of our camera. And let's move you up, and forward and out. Let's always use inverse square lights. Guys, if I'm doing a tutorial, just automatically assume you're going to be using inverse square lights. It's a very, very healthy habit. Alright, let's put this light at 80. Now let's make it blue. Like, really blue. And then let's get this one and make it really orange. Not too orange, though. Let's make it 120. And what is that? Oh, that's our cubes. Right. Cube needs to be 50 by 50 by 50 and applied as an object to the plane. Render instances. And you know, our plane needs to be at like 40 by 40 for our geometry. We want it to fit it. So let's go back to our camera view and dip this down to say maybe 40 actually is fine, but let's go to 1700 and 1700. Nope. 2400, 2400. And 60 and 60. And they're very close, but they work. Alright, let's grab our cube and fill out the surfaces. Let's say 2 and 2. 4 and 2. We're going to go with a 5, actually, and then, yeah, 2. And let's go back to this and make this 55 by 55, and they'll get a little more separation. And we can take the camera and zoom in and get a tighter shot if we want, but honestly I'm going to keep it back to where it was, so Command-Shift-Z will put us there. Right, and now you see how I've lit it? You see how I've made legitimately everything, actually. Let's grab our cloner, let's texture this, let's, actually I don't think I changed that. Let's give it a little reflection, a bump map with a noise shader. And I tried a lot of things when I was trying this out. I had some real fun with it. Where are you? There you are. There we go, that looks good. I used a Fresnel. Oh, I love having the Fresnel. I love using the glass Fresnel. And then I actually used transparency, put it to 90. At one point, I did not keep this, but it would have looked so, in fact it did look so good, just so you know. It was incredible. Let's change the height up a bit and the width down just a bit, just to make it a little different than normal. And if you really wanted to, you can make a subsurface scattering. I disabled it because it would have taken forever and a day. But, you know, still, concept applies. If you want to get beautiful renders, it's going to look incredible if you can render that. But, once again, it would take forever. Back to the reflection, let's keep it at like 10 and 75 maybe. Actually, I had around 20 and 70. Not going to get it perfect, but we're going to get close. Let's go back to the other scene file. We're just going to copy this. I had two materials, one for the floor, the plane, and one for the cloner, by the way. That's the only difference. Let's go in, paste it, and grab a sky object, put it under our scene, and apply it. And that is just this amazing 360 degree, well, it's not 360, I guess. It's not like a sphere, but it is left to right, a full 360 degree shot of a very dark sky, and that is set as the luminance. And you know, actually maybe we can do add. Just kidding. Could multiply it, or just do normal. Okay. Anyways, that's applied, and then under render settings, physical. Go under save. You want to make this an open EXR. You know, I did the same thing. It's always PSD, but then it's open EXR. Yep. Right. Totally did not make any sense, but it made sense to me because it is 5, almost 6 in the morning, and I have yet to sleep. Don't recommend that. Anyways, ambient occlusion, physical, depth of field, 2, 2, and 2, 1, 2, and 3, and 2. Those were the final render settings right there. But for now, we'll use progressive. And that means we need to go into the camera. Let's put our plane as our focus object and go to physical not movie camera exposure. I actually like setting it with DSLR settings. Really, really nice to work with because it's what I'm used to. Let's change these settings. This is kind of my default. It's what I really like to have. I almost did it in stereoscopic 3D as well, but didn't in the end. Alright, right there, and that is what we made. And darn, that's beautiful. We're going to turn our reflection up quite a bit. Let's go to 40 and 60. And try it one more time. And basically that's kind of how it's done. And I actually saw on Vimeo, let's see, create a new page. Where are you? There you are. Here, let's see if I can't pull it up. Massively large screen to my right. Doesn't really fit well on the little MacBook screen all the time. Anyways, while this renders, we're gonna go find this. Someone else kind of beat me to it in a sense. Oh, right here. Okay. He made, well, he didn't beat me to it. He posted this an hour ago, and it's not bad. It's got much better motion. The motion is much better. It's got multiple shots. It comes out of the floor, not something I'm a fan of. I think the lighting in mine is better, but it's not really important. That doesn't matter. What matters is that his cubes look really, really good in this motion. And that's all in the texturing, so just screw around until you find something you like. And I found something that works for now. I wasn't going for the motion, I was going for the lighting. But, you know, next time I make this, and by the way, I make these a lot, actually. When I'm consistently making stuff in computer animation and Cinema 4D, I think I make a cube ocean at least twice a week, or I make a cube world. I pretty much make random things and apply cloners, or I clone cubes to them, and it is a heck of a lot of fun. It produces a whole lot of creativity. In fact, here, we're going to add just a few more minutes to this. Hope you don't mind. Let's make this, actually it's not this, it is a landscape. And not spherical, but it doesn't border at sea level either. Let's make it 60 by 60 for now, and here. Okay, there we go. And then we put this in a bend. Put a bend in it, and we get this really, really interesting shape, right? Oh, snap. Okay. And let's bend it this way. And let's put this at like 7,200. Okay, a little much, but like, as you can see, 2,400 maybe. This is what I made a while back, and I found a really good place to just sit the camera right here, say maybe like that, make a cloner, put a cube in it, and put it at like 10, 10, and 10, and just clone the crap out of those cubes onto this thing. So, landscape. And see, in some spots you're gonna get, the only problem with this is the uneven geometry. Like right here, you get really, really close geometry, but out here it's all stretched out, so you do have to keep that in mind. So let's try 120 and 120. By the way, if you go over like 240 or something with this, it gets really heavy. So just don't do anything that's going to kill your computer. You don't want to break it. And then you just tweak and tweak and turn off the cloner when you're tweaking, or it kills your computer. Oh, the little magic Beach ball of death. Steve. Why? Why a beach ball? Wow, look at that. Changing just the rough furrows, and you just get this magical little change. And then you can get stuff like, whoa, in here. Where'd you go? Okay, we'll actually work with right here. That's a really sick shot. Okay. And then we apply our cubes to it. Yeah. This is gonna slow the crap out of my computer. The MacBook doesn't like playing this game. And then you just hide that, and you have this world of cubes. I don't always encourage making everything out of primitives. Work beyond a primitive, make real objects, like go model a table or a cup and like that, just so you can exercise that creativity, but make random crap with cubes just for the heck of it. I mean, it's really healthy, I think. Really helps your creativity, and you just make random cool crap, like awesome oceans and computer animation, and light it so it looks freaking amazing, of course. And then, yeah, so that's how you make it, and there's some thoughts for you. I hope you guys like this. I know I got a lot of requests for this tutorial. Hey guys, please keep checking out thinkparticle.com. I am getting really serious again about it, like creatingfilm.com serious, which for those of you that followed me from creatingfilm.com, which is currently not up. The owner of it has some other things he's got to take care of before he's gonna bring it back. But creatingfilm.com was a blog where I posted daily about computer animation and film. Well, I'm going to be doing that on thinkparticle.com, and I will be talking about film, but I'll also be talking about design. I know thinkparticle.com sounds like it's going to be about visual effects and particles and fluid simulations, but that's not the only thing I'm focusing on. I'd really like to get into more interesting stuff like creativity and design, and I'm also going to do a special segment on building websites. You all need to learn how to do basic HTML, set up a WordPress. You need to do it. Your computer animators, you need to have a website. So you need to have a homepage so people can come and see your stuff, and it needs to look good. It can't just be some blogger page from Google. Those look like crap. Don't give me a blogspot URL. I'll teach you how to set that up and why it's important. And keep checking back. And please, guys, if you have any questions, feel free to ask me, anyone, anytime. There's a lot of other great people out there as well. Just get on Twitter, and great people to talk to. Some of them are like David Drayton. He helps a lot with tons of questions for a ton of people. That's a great thing about computer animation and Cinema 4D. Huge, awesome community. Anyways, guys, I'm going to let you go now. And let's see. Oh, magical. 23 minutes. We broke under 30 minutes. Well, that's the first time in a while. Thanks for watching. I'm Sam, and I'm here to help. So make sure to leave requests for other tutorials, and I'll see you guys later.